Botswana, a largely arid country in southern Africa, has 130,000 elephants, more than anywhere else in the world. To manage the herd, support rural communities and reduce human-wildlife conflict, a 5-year trophy hunting ban was lifted in 2019. Starting at 290 elephants, the quota has steadily increased and now stands at 430 for the 2026 hunting season. Experts say it's a calculated decision.
The government's quotas for hunting of any species is based on an assessment on what the sustainable offtake is. And in the case of elephants, the amount that they're actually hunting is minuscule compared to the population. So going from what they were to where they're increasing, my guess is going to have there's no impact, very little impact, no impact on the population levels.
However, it's a decision that has sparked fury in conservationist circles. But it's not just the rise in the quota that's bothering them. They say the government is avoiding a very important issue, that the trophy hunters typically target the strongest and oldest bulls, which has the effect of disrupting elephant social structures, increasing aggression towards humans, and posing a long-term threat to survival of the species.
Trophy hunters always target the big trophy animals, the males usually with the biggest tusks. And by taking out those males, you're taking out genetic viability, you're taking out the breeding impact, and you are taking out those animals most designed to withstand things like droughts and floods.
Botswana is not alone in allowing elephant trophy hunting. More than a dozen countries, including South Africa, they allow for this beautiful animal to be shot, though it is at a much smaller scale.
The young bulls, they need to learn from those old bulls. And by harvesting the old bulls, that means you are taking all the wisdom. So there's no leading, there's no leader. It's like going to the villages and you take all the chiefs.
Activists are urging the government to follow the example of Rwanda, Uganda, and Kenya, countries that have banned trophy hunting and instead prioritize tourism conservation and cross-border wildlife corridors.
Like the countries, our neighbors, we should open the corridors. And those corridors, they should be protected so that the elephant, they can have free movement. We've been proposing that there should be some boreholes with some tourism facilities so that at least the guests or the tourists, they can go to those boreholes and watch the elephant in a very close range and leave something for the community.
However, many believe there is a steady and sustainable middle ground. If carefully regulated, they claim trophy hunting can still deliver significant economic benefits for Botswana.
Hunting is one thing you can do with an elephant. Obviously, you can take a picture of it and you can make money out of that, and they do that. You can also harvest the dung, and the dung is used for medicinal reasons. The real opportunity for Botswana is to start growing the economy around the elephants. But then there's the meat, the hide, the bones, the ivory, the fat.
Elephants remain the most prized trophies for hunters, generating an estimated $4 million in license fees in 2024 alone. The government says the revenue is channeled into conservation and community development, but many in Botswana argue the benefits rarely reach those living alongside the animals. Whether a compromise can be reached in the years ahead remains to be seen. Julie Shara, CGTN, Kruger National Park, in Mpumalanga.